ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here back to the 2014 DASCAR Christmas Royals. We are here for part number 3. The next car on the racetrack is the 32 car of Henrietta Fitzwater, your 21st entry. And in a few moments we're going to get part 3 underway. Entries number 21 till 30. Part 1 was a bit of a, well, snoozer, I would say, almost. Part 2 was extremely exciting, so we're very curious what will happen over here in part number 3. Standings at the moment, Anna Gregg is the person to have survived the most segments, 10 segments. Dom Caps, Anna Gregg and Ryder Smith both have one elimination behind their name. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is running and the green flag is out. And that's the start to a race over here. Henrietta Fitzwater is right behind her. She has Ryder Smith, and indeed Ryder Smith is the one who has eliminated a driver before. Mike Cavanaugh in the 17 car got eliminated by him. He's the last person to have been eliminated in part number 2. But I think, well, now he's right behind Debbie Myers. Oh, and that's gonna be close. That's gonna be close. Yeah, these guys, they're just on the racetrack, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna go flat out and try to wreck everything they can. Especially Ryder Smith, simply because Ryder Smith has one elimination behind his name, but he is now tied with 2 other drivers. If he wants to have that prize, he has to eliminate at least one more driver. So now at the moment he's going down low on Henrietta Fitzwater. Her teammate Zachary Fitzwater was out early, took out John Cittadino and himself. But now Henrietta Fitzwater in the number 32 car trying to be a little more successful than their teammates. Ryder Smith now again trying to go to the lead. And the last person we have not mentioned yet is the 65 car of Isaac Sinclair. He's the person in the field who has been surviving the most segments till now. And 2 cars are out. 3 cars possibly are out. Oh, there we go. Ryder Smith in this round. Ryder Smith flying through the air. And his Royals is over. The time is up. We have stopped the time at the moment. Now the time is stopped. But we have to look. I think actually Henrietta Fitzwater is the only one to have survived. Debbie Myers went below the dotted line. I think Isaac Sinclair may as well. There Ryder Smith is on pit road. A lot of damage to that thing. But of course, well, it doesn't really matter. He's out. Ladies and gentlemen, the first crash of today already in the first segment of today. Let's take a look at the replays. Ladies and gentlemen, the first elimination of today of this part is for Debbie Myers, although it's not a perfect elimination. She has taken out both herself and the 23 car of Ryder Smith. Look at this, Ryder Smith clearly went below the yellow line, or the dotted line, and Debbie Myers as well. But now the question is, did or Isaac Sinclair also go below the yellow line? And I think this is gonna be a very, very close one. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is. Oh yeah, of course, chase view. Let's see. Let's look at the rear tires over there. He's still in, still in, still in. Still, I think he's... This is absolutely... Oh, this is very annoying. This is gonna be a close one. Oh boy. Yeah, this is absolutely... This is, of course, the most... I think this is the best view we should look at. Oh, damn. I think this is not the best view. It's a shame we cannot turn this camera around. Maybe if we look at this car. This is extremely difficult to see. And that's a shame. Because we want to get everything right. I think he's... Yeah. I think at this moment he has all 4 wheels below the dotted line, but it's not extremely visible. Yeah, here it is. I think it's just, this is the most difficult thing I've ever done. I can tell you that, because of course it does mean that. Yeah, I think he's out. He's also here almost below the yellow line. Radio Gaga. There, he's on the yellow line now. And the yellow line is a little bit thicker than the white one. Oh, it doesn't even matter that much. Oh, God damn it! This is of course the thing I hate. And here he goes even further below. Let's first take a look at what happened to Ryder Smith. Goes slow over here. There he gets turned by Debbie Myers, so he's out. Now he gets on that bump and he shoots back on the racetrack. Turns it around. Loses control, gets on that apron again. Then gets turned by Isaac Sinclair. And Isaac Sinclair. Oh man, that was also very close. But there Ryder Smith is flying. Hits the wall with his roof first. Then he continues sliding, so... Not a happy landing for Ryder Smith. Let's take one more look. Oh, that was a perfect view. That was actually a perfect view for Isaac Sinclair, I think. Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I have seen every look, so... We're gonna get on board with the 23 car. At the least, Debbie Myers and Ryder Smith are out, but that's pretty obvious. Commercials, yay. Oh, they just turned that thing away. If they did not do that, I could have seen it. Yeah, that is absolutely too difficult to see. And then, of course, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take somebody out who possibly does not deserve to be taken out, or are you gonna leave somebody in who possibly does not deserve to be in? That's of course the difficult thing over here. But well, I think we're gonna let Isaac Sinclair have the benefit of the doubt over here. I think we're gonna have him let the benefit of the doubt, so that means that we will let him in. Difficult decision. I'm sorry to everybody, but well, that's just the difficulty with that thing. I mean, for Ryder Smith, it's very clear as we got on board with him. He went far below the line. He almost went below the other yellow line. Now he goes below the yellow line as well a couple of times, and he spins around. Ouch. So that's easy to see. Debbie Myers, of course, also easy, but Isaac Sinclair, unfortunately, is not. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will give Isaac Sinclair the benefit of the doubt, and that means that Henrietta Fitzwater and Isaac Sinclair will remain in the next segment. Ladies and gentlemen, the next driver to be welcomed is entry number 22, number 10 car of Daniel Voiles. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. We welcome the number 10 car of Daniel Voiles to the field. Daniel Voiles, a field of 3 cars we have now with Henrietta Fitzwater, teammate of his good friend Zachary Fitzwater. Both are pretty much part of one big alliance team, I would say. And Isaac Sinclair, still once again, we don't know if he was out or not, but he remains in this thing. So give him the benefit of the doubt. Apologies if it was not the right decision, but well, it was so close we cannot tell. And I prefer to leave somebody in who does not deserve it than to take somebody out who does deserve to stay in. So Daniel Voiles in the number 10 car, and he's driving away now. Seems like, look at this, all 3 drivers are pretty far apart from each other. Daniel Voiles, number 10 car. Annie Thomas in the, what number was she in? Annie Thomas, number 16 car. She will be in the last part. So one of the last drivers to enter, so I think he should be happy with that. There, 32 car coming down low of Henrietta Fitzwater, the last one of the Fitzwaters. So, there, by the way, in the top 2000 we're at number 417 right after the commercial, ZZ Top. So next hour we're gonna have a couple of great songs. So it's just to prepare yourselves. I'm not even sure if you can hear it clearly, but I don't want to put it too loud, because then A, I cannot concentrate, and B, I get, well, it might be possible that I get a strike with those, how you call it? Well, because of using music which wasn't mine. So Daniel Voiles goes to the inside with a little bit more than a minute to go. They stay a little bit calmer. I think Isaac Sinclair also stays a little bit calmer. He has survived for 5 segments now, and he has to survive for 5 more. and then he will have beaten Anna Gregg, so it's gonna be a difficult one. There, the 10 car still in the lead. They keep on switching over there. Henrietta Fitzwater and Daniel Voiles. So 30th of December it is already. My goodness, time is going very, very quickly. Cannot wait for 2015, actually. So Henrietta Fitzwater now going down low. 38 seconds to go, and here comes Ice Sinclair. He's trying to catch up with them again. Next driver. Oh, well, no, the next driver will be an NSCRA driver again. Part of. Well, we will tell it later, of course. Not now. 24 seconds to go, and it seems like they are remaining calm for now. Of course, we don't know what happens when the next driver enters. I think that it might be aggressive driving again. We have seen Rex with 4 cars. Well, we have seen Rex with 3 cars as well, I think. Mike Cavanaugh got taken out, I think, when there were only 3 cars on the racetrack. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next car to enter is the number 94 car of Alex May, part of Seth Cole's team. We're gonna welcome entry number 23. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 drivers on the racetrack. Alex May, number 94 car, is our next entry. The number 94 Dodge Mopar as a sponsor, part of Seth Cole's team, the secondary driver. Seth Cole, of course, got taken out by Dom Capps in just his first, his first segment. So, oh my, we're gonna get a wreck in a couple of moments. Look at this. My goodness, they're driving so aggressively. And if Isa Sinclair tries to make a move, everybody crashes, I think. Well, Alex may survive it then, but now Alex Smith and Daniel Voiles are right on each other's bumper. So I can already see that it's gonna be difficult for everybody to survive. It might as well be that this time we're gonna have only 2 or 3 cars in the finale, if there would be a finale at all. It might be possible that just like in Season 1 there will be no finale the first Royals, I think it was, when we only had, we did have finale, I think. We had a finale with 2 cars, I think. I'm not 100% sure, so. Well, it can still be exciting, only 2 cars battling for that 1 position. So 50% chance that you make it, but of course 50% chance that you don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Voiles, now he's fallen back to 3rd position. And Alex May is in the lead. I think he's just trying to survive this thing for Seth Cole, his teammate. Just trying to make something happen and try to survive for at least a few segments. Next song is ZZ Top. 417, Give Me All Your Lovin'. I do like ZZ Top. So, Alex May still up front, but here comes Isaac Sinclair and Daniel Voiles and Henrietta Fitzwater. 1 minute to go, exactly 1 minute to go. And right on the bumper comes the 65 car. We have seen crashes around this time and with just a few seconds to go. So it's only over until the timer or the bell has rang. The clock has rang. It's a clock, so before that, everything is still possible. Going into turn number 3 and 4, we have seen a lot of crashes. I think most crashes were in turns number 3 and 4, though. No, actually not. I'm not even sure where the most crashes were. Well, most eliminations were at least over here. Coming out of turn number 4, drivers who went below that dotted line. And maybe we should consider taking out that dotted line, but, well, I'm not sure. Of course, well, you know what we will think about it for next season. For now, we're gonna welcome our next entry. Yes, indeed, we're gonna have 5 cars on the racetrack again. It is the number 27 car of Nicole Tranowicz. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Nicole Tranowicz to the plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll welcome the 27 car of Nicole Tranowicz to the pack as we already go 3 wide after just a few seconds. We have barely started and we're already going 3 wide. 5 cars on the racetrack, big chance for a crash indeed. Nicole Tranowicz, part of Anna Gregg's team. Anna Gregg is the person to have survived the most segments. Look out, Daniel Voiles. And Isa Sinclair racing very, very closely. And Henrietta Fitzwater is part of this thing as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. And 2 cars go off the racetrack. Henrietta Fitzwater goes out, and somebody else. It is Isa Sinclair, and 3 cars have survived this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the time stops over here. These 3 drivers have survived at least till now. So Nicole Johnny, which we barely talked about her. So the thing is, the other 2 drivers are out. So ladies and gentlemen, they're having a Fitzwater with a lot of damage. Isa Sinclair, finally he is out. So Anna Greg's record will not be beaten till now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the replays. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with the beautiful sound of Tubular Bells, My Goldfield. On the background, I do like this song. The real song is 25 minutes long, so can you imagine? Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what happened over here. Henrietta Fitzwater makes contact with Isa Sinclair. There, and there, and there. Daniel Voiles extremely lucky. Then Isa Sinclair will go on his side. He will fly off the racetrack straight through the grandstands, while Henrietta Fitzwater also does. But he will disappear. Oh, he will go on his roof. There we go. And he's gone again. There, into the wall he goes, flipping over. Whoa. Big tumble for him. Well, not that big of a tumble, but it was a pretty hard crash. So, what the heck are they doing outside over here? So, remember, tomorrow is the last day of the year, which means that there will be a lot of fireworks again over here, because it's legal for every normal citizen to just to play with fireworks. I would say, I'm not sure how to say that, but 32 car. Let's take a look. There is contact, and Henrietta Fitzwater also goes off the racetrack and boom into the wall. Does not flip over though. My goodness, this is a pretty big remix. Well, not remix, but they cut out big parts. Of course, this song is 25 minutes, so and they have to cut it down to 23 minutes. No, 23 minutes. To 4 minutes or something. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take an onboard look over here with Henrietta Fitzwater. That we can see how many times she's actually turned around this 65 car. Look at this. Contact, contact, contact. Bye. Woo. Ouch. And we'll go on board with Isa Sinclair right now as well. So Henrietta Fitzwater continues her way, but, well, she's out. There, Isa Sinclair, look at how lucky the 10 car was as well. Almost gets turned over there. Then he goes flying. I think, as he goes on his roof, I think if Henrietta would have not turned around the 65 car, then Isa Sinclair would have turned around Daniel Voiles. And all the others are not out of this race. Lucky them. I think it might be fun onboard to see with Alex May over here. So let's go onboard with Alex May. There you see 2 cars. Contact, and whoa, that was very, very close. Lucky Alex May. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. We're gonna go to our next entry, which is number 39 car of Jackson Brown. We welcome the 39 car of Jackson Brown. Oh, that was close. Goodness. That was almost already turned in at first turn. So Jackson Brown in number 39 entering the show. Big name actually. A very interesting name. He was in the Phillips Cup Series before. And season 2 or 3 or something. Then he went away for a very long time. And eventually he came back again with Top Notch Racing, Joseph and Nesto. And we almost have contact over here. But Jackson Brown now, he was part of Top Notch Racing team. So he did not have to comment on Phillips Cup Series race or Gulf Super Speedway Series. I think he's in Gulf Super Speedway Series, so not in the Phillips Cup Series. So he did not have to come. Now he finally decides to start his own. What? Hammering. It's hammer time, ladies and gentlemen. Now he eventually has signed up himself. So Jackson Brown, we do want to thank him because he was the one who said he said that he liked my accent. Which is very interesting. He was the first person to actually say that. I'm not sure what accent I have. It's, well, probably a little bit of Dutch coming through, but it's well, I'm not sure. I don't think it's American, but it has some American flaws. But it's also a little bit British coming through, and a little bit of Scottish or Irish. Yeah, I'm practicing all kinds of accents, so I really want to talk Irish. But of course, that's pretty difficult. You really have to practice that. I'm not sure if that's correct, but. Also, with the 65 car of Isaac Sinclair falling out, he was the last driver from part 2 to have survived. So now also everybody from part 1 and 2 are out. That's just still racing very, very close with a minute left. We got entries number 22, 23, 24, 25 on the racetrack. So the first 21 entries are all out. Yes, it is difficult to make it if you are in part 1 or 2 till the end. Actually, I think it's even difficult when you are in part 3 to make it to the end. And then Greg has survived for 10 segments, but 2 parts actually. She's the only, I think she's the only driver to have been in a whole part. So she eventually got kicked out in part number 2. Was it part number 2? Or was maybe even part number 1? I'm not sure. So. Fact is, we got 20 seconds to go, and Jackson Brown is still up front. I think we're gonna have 5 cars on the racetrack again in a few moments. So let's see. Oh yeah, next driver is also an ex-Phillips Cup Series and ex-Gulf Super Speedway Series driver. So pretty interesting, all these ex-drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, next driver we're gonna welcome entry number 26, which is the number 25 car of Nick Capps. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the way. We welcome the 25 car of Nick Capps to the group over here. So 5 cars on the racetrack. Nick Capps, teammate of Dom Capps, who has a perfect elimination behind his name by taking out the big Seth Cole. So Nick Capps, ex-Phillips Cup Series driver, ex-Gulf Super Speedway Series driver. He has been gone and back again. Dom Capps stated in his comment on part 1 that he will be trying to get into the Phillips Cup Series Season 8. So wish him the best of luck in that. And Nicole Trunnion was really playing with her life over there. Oh boy, it was the wrong button. Sorry. Not sure what she was doing over there, but she went very, very low. Went 3 wide and she almost took herself out. Drove herself below the dotted line. But she remained on the racetrack with 2 tires, so 2 wheels. So very lucky. Almost. My goodness. It's still surprising that you almost take yourself out. I talked to Sanne Kors about this. She said, man, why? Because she, of course, if you didn't notice, she went out in part number 2 by going on pit road. So she said, if I would have been driving that car myself, then like for real with the steering wheel and stuff, then I would have never done that. And that's indeed what it is. It's a racing simulator, so these guys do things you don't want to actually. So, but that's just the thing over here with NR 2003, and it's not an online series. So, I think if it would be an online series, then we would have a maximum of 3 drivers in every segment because they try to wreck each other, or somebody just hanging out far, far in the back. So, yeah. Oh, whoa! There we go. They almost took each other out over there, but they survived it. Holy crap, that was so close. What an amazing save that was. Nicole Trunnion, Jackson Brown was part of that. I think the 25 car of Nick Capps as well. My goodness, that we will have a replay. Do remind me of that. We will have to take a look at that. 45 seconds to go, not 99 Luftballons to go. 99 seconds to go. And we got Alex May now challenging Nick Capps for the lead. Sorry about that hit on my microphone. Alex May going down low. Alex Smith is not in the series. We haven't heard from him in a pretty long while actually. He has to come in the Phillips Cup Series. Still. That is so dangerous. These guys are racing so dangerous. But they still survive it. And if they survive for 15 more seconds, they are going to have 6 cars on the racetrack, and we're counting down. I think they're gonna make it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna welcome our 6th entry, or our 6th car on the racetrack, which is the number 4 car of Momo Ikari. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. Lol, JK, LMFAO, we're just gonna take a look at the replays first. And Nicole Trenowich, the number 27 car, she was the one getting turned by Jackson Brown. Almost took 3 cars out, Jackson Brown did. But he also almost took out himself. And then Nicole Trenowich hit Nick Capps. But look at that save by Nicole Trenowich and Nick Capps. Definitely pro drivers over here. Take one more look at this, full speed. I mean, like, look at this. Oh my. That's wicked, I can tell you that. So ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to welcome the 4 car of Momo Ikari. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for some very intense racing, because we got 6 cars on the racetrack. The 4 car of Momo Ikari is now in the field as well. Oh my, this is not gonna end well, I think. And if it does, we're gonna have, for the first time in this Royals, 7 cars on the racetrack. So Momo Ikari, part of the Enraged Media Group team, and Eric Enraged, number 36 car, he's also gonna come later in this part, so looking forward to that. As they almost go 4 wide. Look at that. 6 cars all in a line. And the question is, how long will they remain in the line? Well, Jackson Brown is number 39 car, is driving a different line than the others. And I'm really wondering, are some of these guys gonna take it easy, lay back, let the others crash, or are they gonna go flat out, try to eliminate drivers? I think Nick Capps is ready to eliminate some more drivers. Together with Dom Capps, they both are very aggressive, seems like. Momo Ikari. Jackson Brown is not done yet, he wants revenge. And he almost does that, he taps the yellow line. Tapping the yellow line is no problem. Oh, now he has to look out not to go below that yellow line, or the dotted line. Side by side with Momo Ikari. New on the racetrack, and Momo Ikari is pretty much, this is the worst time to get on in the field, because it's a wicked racing game over here. With 6 cars on the racetrack, you really have to pay attention and look out for others not to wreck you. And, well, with 6 cars it's very likely. 1 minute to go and 15 seconds. So Alex May, Jackson Brown, Nicole Trenowich, Nick Capps, Daniel Voiles and Momo Ikari. They are still taking it a little bit easy. It is a lot easier than 2 rounds ago. Actually, last round as well, when we had a big almost crash. But you never know what's going to happen. Look at Alex May on Nick Capps. Look at Jackson Brown. Oh, if they keep on driving different lines, a wreck is very likely. Oh, there we go! 2 cars go off the racetrack. And it's Jackson Brown and Alex May. They are out. Are they going to take out Momo Ikari as well? I don't think so. So 2 cars are out. Gonna get a replay in a few moments. Are there gonna be more crashes? Of course, it's not a crash. They are still racing, so the time is still going on with 18 seconds to go. 2 cars are out of this thing, which would mean that we will have 5 cars in the next segment. And I'm not sure what happened over there. I think they drove a completely different line, really low. So, well, maybe they know that they're out. Alex May, and time is up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the replays over here. So it seems like Jackson Brown in number 39 car, he was definitely one of the most aggressive drivers of this pack. And eventually he indeed decides to take Alex May out. Unfortunately, he takes himself out as well. So there both drivers go on the grass off the racetrack. Which means that they are both out. Jackson Brown and Alex May will not return in the next segment. We come back. A Turn of a Friendly Car. This is a great song. Alan Parsons project. Let's take a look at spectator cam, ladies and gentlemen. There they go. Onto the grass. They do save it. I thought for a moment that Jackson Brown was deciding to take the 4 car with him as well, but they did not. So ladies and gentlemen, the next entry will be the number 12 car of Sean Harpel. And I think this is indeed the first Harpel on the racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying ladies and gentlemen. I hear it. I try to stop it, but no. We're gonna take you to our next entry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. Welcome in the... Oh, I said ladies and gentlemen once again. The 12th car of Sean Harpel on the racetrack. The first Harpel on the track. The double zero car of Cameron Harper will be in the next part, so the last part. Beginning of that, so though. Sean Harper, he has signed up for the. We tried to sign up for the Phillips Cup Series replacement sign-ups, but did not make it. So this is the first time he has been on the racetrack in one of my series. So welcome Sean Harper to one of my series, and it's always his exit already. As Momo Ikari almost got turned over there by Nick Capps. Nick Cap also is pretty aggressive. The person to have been the longest on the racetrack is the number 10 car over here, Daniel Voiles. I said he has to survive for 4 more segments or something, and then he has beaten Anna Gregg, so I'm pretty curious. The thing he does, which is very good, he stays very calm and relaxed, and he takes care of his car and business. But you never know, if you can always get caught up in somebody else's mess. But well, he's now laying back far behind. 3 cars up front. It's surprising, all 3 of them are either Plymouths. No, what is it? Yeah, Firebirds, or they are. I think the 4 car is a Firebird, and this number 25 car as well. This might be a Camaro though, 27. Oh, car below the line, and I think Momo Ikari is out. Nick Capps may have survived it. We're gonna keep an eye on that, but I have a feeling that he has survived it. That could be a perfect elimination. So if that is a perfect elimination, as Sean Harple's trying to eliminate the 25 car now, with 1 minute to go, if that is a perfect elimination, then both the Capses have one perfect elimination. So very curious for the replays. Unfortunately, we cannot look at them yet. We have to go for 1 more minute. So I'm driving very close to that yellow line. The 4 car of Momo Ikari is out. Question is, what is she going to do? She's chasing down the 27 car. Maybe she's trying to finish this thing in style in the lead. Maybe she's trying to take out the 27 car. We're very curious. We haven't seen that this Royals, somebody who has been out, taken out, coming on the racetrack and taking somebody else out. We haven't seen that, but we can always have the first one, so. Oh my goodness, can you believe this? Nick Capps takes Momo Ikari out for the 2nd time, but this time he takes himself out. If this is absolutely... I'm speechless. The time is up, ladies and gentlemen. The crash has happened, so... This is insane. Why would you do that? Why would you take somebody out who has already been out with taking yourself out as well? Dumb Capps, I'm not sure, or Nick Capps. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the replays, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Gonna take a look at the replays. This is absolutely nonsense. But my god. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we're going to have a very interesting replay over here. First off, let's take a look at this. Momo Ikari and Nick Capps. Nick Capps gets on the left rear bumper of Momo Ikari, and that will result in Momo Ikari being out. She's definitely out over here. There she goes, absolutely below the yellow line. However, the number 25 car of Nick Capps stays on the racetrack. There you see, tires are on the yellow line. He comes on the racetrack again. This is absolutely pointless what he does in a few moments. So he has the perfect elimination behind his name. I'm gonna write it down. Ooh. Slippery people, talking hats. Nick Capps, perfect elimination. But my goodness, this was a very stupid move what he does in a few moments. I'm gonna fast forward it. More interesting things coming. Because he's gonna take out not only the driver who he has already taken out, he's gonna take out somebody else as well. And he also gonna take out himself. So there he gets into the left rear of Momo Ikari once again. But this time he cannot save his car. He gets loose, and there he almost flips over. He takes out Sean Harple as well. So Sean Harple is also out. Nick Capps almost tumbles over there. So I'm not sure where he is. Sean Harple and Momo Ikari will go somewhere there. Nick Capps is spinning around. I don't think he hits anything. We're gonna get on board with him in a few moments. But why in the world would you take somebody out who is already taken out? And then take out yourself as well? My goodness, that was a big error though. We're gonna go on with Sean Harper as well in a few moments. But, well, there's more interesting things happening over here. Because there we got Momo Ikari in the number 4 car. And she's driving with 200 miles per hour on the grass. Big jump. But she's not done yet with wrecking herself. Because there she goes. She goes with 180 miles per hour over the grass. But here's the bump, you know. She just goes absolutely flying. And she comes back again, spins around on the racetrack. This is absolutely nonsense. This is weird. This is weird. We're gonna get some onboards. Fortunate Son. Creedence Clearwater Revival. What? I still cannot believe that Nick Caps just took out himself in... Well, you can say, well, he took out somebody else as well, Sean Harper, but he takes out himself. He would have had he has a perfect elimination behind his name because he's taken out the 4 car, but why would you take somebody else out again? Look at this air. Wow. That's big air though. So we'll save the best for last, but first, so it means first we're going to Sean Harper in number 12 car. He's probably not going to be very happy with Nick Caps, but oh well, that's just how the game is. Look at that. Look at that cargo in the air. Daniel Voyles was behind everything. Look at this car, absolutely flying through the air. Wow, that is insane. I gotta say, that's absolutely insane. Full speed. My goodness, big air. We'll immediately go on to Momo Ikari. She got taken out for the second time, so frustration maybe, I'm not sure. But she's gonna make a jump over here. You know, small, very, very small jump. Continues. Jump onto the grass. This is already outside of the racetrack. She's thinking like, I think this is the biggest YOLO move we've seen of this Christmas Royals. Maybe of the Christmas Royals ever. Jump! Boom! This is nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. I think this segment can be seen as the nonsense segment of the Christmas Royals 2014. Somebody taking out, a driver who has been taken out for the second time and takes out himself as well, going flying through the air. And eventually the persons who have nothing are Nicole Trenowich and Daniel Voyles. Ladies and gentlemen, long enough replay. We're going to take you to the next entry, which is the number 1 car of Jake Baskinger. I think James says Jake Baskinger. We're gonna say Jake Baskinger, but I'm not sure if it's correct. So, ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 car is next on track. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, welcoming in the number 1 car of Jake Baskinger on the racetrack. Entry number 29 it is, so only 2 more segments to go in this part. After this, 1 more car, I mean, that is. So, Jake Baskinger, 3 cars on the racetrack. Daniel Voyles has survived 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 segments. 7 segments for Daniel Voyles. He has to survive 3 more, which means the next 2. And then the first one in part number 4. And actually, if the second one as well. Then he has passed Anna Greg. So, very curious he can do that. Fireworks all around. 30th of December. Yeah, welcome to the Netherlands. Nicole Trenowich, she's also been pretty long on the racetrack. She has survived for 5 segments now. So, Jake Baskinger, of course, this is his first segment. So, number 1 car. Had to wait for a pretty long time. Only 1 car. He was actually the first one to sign up for the Royals. So, well, first time he has been in one of my series. He is apparently also in the Truck Series and in the Nationwide Series. So, I gotta say, it's so weird. The Nationwide... the Vredestein Nationwide Series. Nationwide is the sponsor and not a name, so this is something I don't realize myself a lot. So it's just we're so used to saying Nationwide Series that we see like the thing as a Nationwide Series and not like Nationwide as a sponsor. So pretty much it should be the NASCAR Vredestein Series. And also, next year it's gonna be a different name? I'm not sure. It's gonna be, at least the Sprint Cup is called Comcast or the Xfinity Series, which is weird as well. My Way, Frank Sinatra. Long song. 1967 or something. Oh. No, I don't know. Frank Sinatra, a great voice, of course, he still has. Not my type of music, my sister does like it, but... Nicole Trunwich is gonna try to do something on the one car. Interesting. Let's see if she can do it, but... She doesn't have a perfect elimination. Her teammate, Anna Gregg, does. So, both the Capses have a perfect elimination, Anna Gregg and Ryder Smith. Although, well, Nick Caps is half... It was a perfect elimination, but then he tried to have a second elimination with taking out himself as well. So 25 seconds to go. Daniel Voiles, Jake Beskinger, and Nicole Trunwich. 3 cars on the racetrack. We're going to have 4 cars on the racetrack. In a few moments, if they survive it for just, I think turns 1 and 2, it would be sufficient with 10 seconds to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna already introduce him. The last entry of today, entry number 30, is the number 36 car of Eric Enrage himself. We're welcoming 36 on the racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, we're welcoming him, the 36 car of Eric Enrage on the racetrack in his fictional manufacturer car. Song, typical Dutch song. This is like absolutely Dutch, so try to listen to it while I talk. Called De Vlieger from André Hazes. Absolutely, this is more Dutch than this it cannot be. So it's a pretty good song. So Eric and Race on the racetrack while Nicole Trunwich is driving away. She's saying, "See you later, fellas." Are we gonna see her crash? I don't know. We're gonna see. We got 4 cars on the racetrack. We've seen 4 cars crash before, so well, at least not 4 cars. Have we seen a crash with 4 cars? I'm not 100% sure. We've seen 3 cars, but well, 4 cars being taken out, as that we did see. So for my mood, that was my beautiful singing voice. I'm not sure if I can sing, but I'm not gonna say that by myself. The songs, by the way, you hear throughout the parts when we introduce a new driver. I did play that myself on guitar, everything. Part 1 was Linkin Park, Part 2 was Ed Sheeran, Tenor FC, and Part 3 I'm not sure actually what I've recorded for more. I recorded the typical Dutch song, Oceaan. I'm not sure if I have recorded Muse or if I have recorded Rise Against. I think I did Rise Against, but I'm not 100% sure, so... Well, I think Rise Against, so... Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. We're gonna say goodbye after this part. Oh my goodness, I've pressed the stop button over here. So, it's still continuing. Oh, okay. Okay, great. Almost pressed the stop button on recording the audio. So, Eric and Rage. With 1 minute to go, everybody is still going. Jake Beskinger, however, is trying to make a move on Eric and Rage. 4 cars on the track. Nicole Trunwich, Daniel Voiles, as well as Jake Beskinger and Eric and Rage, of course. But you can see they are trying to calm it down a little bit, trying to make it to the next part, and possibly. Oh, that was close. And possibly then make it to the finale. Of course, tomorrow, the last day of the 2014, we're gonna have both the finale and the part number 4. Simply because we want to have this thing finished on Old Year's Day. Oh, close. 20 seconds to go. Come on, guys. Let's see if you can do it. 20 seconds. Surviving it for 20 more seconds. And then we're gonna have the next car in a pack of 5 cars again. 90 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're gonna make it. So that means we're gonna say 2, 1, and the time is up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna say goodbye over here until we meet again tomorrow for part number 4. The next entry is the 00 car of Cameron Harple. He'll be entry number 31 when we come back tomorrow. For now, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you then tomorrow in the 2014 DASCAR Christmas Royals.